Okay. Begin.
A very good afternoon. Very sunny Saturday afternoon to club president, members, and guests. Welcome to Whampoa Toastmaster Club 219 meeting. I'm the Toastmaster of the day, temporarily until our actual Toastmaster of the day, Ramesh, comes. And nevertheless, I'd like to open the chapter meeting. But before we start the program, I would like to ask our members and guests what they think of overcoming mayhem in 2023. I know someone pointed out mayhem in 2013. Why not? Did you have any mayhem in 2013? If you can't remember, just talk about what is the mayhem that you are suffering in 2023. And whether you have overcome it, haven't overcome, or don't know how to overcome. Maybe we start with somebody. Yes, sure. We have our first person to share, our VPE, Jeef. Over to you, Jeef.
All right, so thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Alicia, for sharing. Appointing me to share this prestigious topic about overcoming mayhem. So I think mayhem there is in our life, in everyone's life. There's mayhem in our life, confusion, conflicts. These are all mayhems, and we actually have to go through that mayhem in order to achieve the success we want to desire to achieve. So in my life, I've went through many mayhem, but I remember in 2013, I went through a mayhem where I actually got involved in a traumatic accident, and that actually was a turning point in my life. But right now, after like 11 years, I think I'm going through a better version of my life right now. So that's all about my mayhem. Thank you so much, Alicia. TMD, sorry.
Thank you, Toastmaster G. How about Toastmaster Zafrina? What do you think of the theme today? Have you suffered any mayhem?
Last year was quite hard for me to focus in my studies, as I needed to focus and make sure that I do well in my studies to graduate. And my graduation ceremony was also quite stressed because it was a lot going on, and I never been backstage before and didn't hear a lot of instructions. So like all the instructions I needed to hear clearly, and I needed to follow instructions, but I'm really hopeful that all the instructions were clear and I could follow and graduate the right way. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zafrina. How about Toastmaster Shika? What do you think?
Yes, I also faced mayhem, as life is like a coin which has the two sides. So one side is the positive and the another is the negative. So in year 2020, means around 2019 to 2020, I faced mayhem in my life, when I was shifting from my country, India, to Singapore, at that time, lots of things are going in and out, and number of challenges I have faced. It's by health-wise, by economically, by emotionally, and that is, I call that period is a mayhem for me. But now the things are coming back to the track and things are going good. So I can say that now I am coming out from the mayhem. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shika. How about our online position holder and guest? Anyone want to share?
I can go.
I see. Who's that?
It's me,
All
Anjali.
right.
Yeah. So what I would like to say is that mayhem is a very strong word. And first of all, whatever we face, ups and downs in the world, in our lives, let's not call them mayhem, because it sounds very, very negative. And words have power. So we are giving more power to the negative aspects of our life. So I would not use mayhem to describe any down that I've had in my life. And second thing is that the outside world, we can continue to have ups and downs anytime. We cannot avoid that. But what matters the most is, what is the state of your being inside? So if your inside is calmer, more peaceful, and more collected and more grounded, I think then you have a better capacity to deal with the ups and downs of the external world. So yes, not using the word mayhem, but yes, life will bring challenges. We have to strengthen our inner courage to be able to face them and come out stronger.
Thank you, Toastmaster and Jerry. Yeah, indeed. We should not call it mayhem. But if you notice in the program sheet, the word mayhem is actually a pun that we use since our chapter meeting happens to coincide in the month of May. So that was a good point, that words can be a big force in our life. So perhaps if we have any negative things that happen to us, we should try not to use mayhem. But recently also I had some issues. I had difficult situations with customer, and I really had a very tough time because this person refused to listen to my explanation, and she caused a bit of turmoil for me on that day, as I was very busy handling other things as well. So things can work which is not in our control and gives us a lot of emotional stress. But nevertheless, I always think the sun will rise and the sun will set, right? So let's say if you had a bad day with all this turmoil, the day will end. And so you start afresh another day. Toastmaster Basang would like to share?
Guys on the internet can listen to me, right? Can you hear me? Those of you on Zoom, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Well, for me, I think that MAYhem, I'm an engineer. So speaking from engineering point of view, if there is no negative, I am positive. It's just this world to do things, you always need to have a negative balance. Take what happens bad in your life and take what happens good in your life. Keep going on. Like, 26 years ago, and my dad was in the hospital and he told me that I know I knew that the heart of the time. Then there we going up and down. We were getting for the children. So I was asking the senior doctor that he said, be happy as long as it's happy. So at that time, as long as you have ups and downs, right? It's still doing something. If you have a platform, it's no longer. So they have this. And you know, GPs and young guys, your GPs more than the MAYhem. It's Singapore. When sending the team of MAYhem is about the MAYhem. I still remember I joined this club. It's so near to my house because this club was in a crisis in 2010. Then I thought I was 7 or 8, and this club was the day it came up. Now once a month meeting. Singapore is just 42 kilometers apart. It just comes okay. I joined this club in 2010. I'm still going forward. Like perspectives. My VP says that
so that's why, it is very important for us to understand that, we need to take the negatives and the positives together. Otherwise, we cannot survive. And if we don't look at what is wrong with us, we can never be a better person than what we were yesterday. So over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivasan. Right, before we start the chapter meeting, I would like to invite our highly esteemed club president, Toastmaster Winnie Fang, BL5, to present her opening speech. Over to you, Madam President.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, guests. Welcome to our Whampoa Toastmaster today. Today is a very hot day, and our VP arranged a very good theme like the hammers in 2023, right? So actually, in our life, we always have up and down, like all the guests and our members sharing. And what is the things very important is that we need to try to accept it, accept what you have, and accept what you are right now. Because it's very hard to always stay in positive, but once you're able to accept it, then you always easy to find another solution. So I will not suggest everyone stay positive, but just give you a period to cool yourself down. So after that, you can find out all your solution. You can always have a better life. So no matter what you're going through, just be positive. Try to enjoy the life and accept the life you're having right now, and try to find out the way to make yourself have a better version. So with all these positive sentence, then we can welcome today. We can start our today Toastmaster meeting. So let's welcome our tabletop our Toastmaster today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, President. As for any chapter meeting, we always have a group of position holders that the meeting meets. I think one of the more important position holders will be our timer. And our timer is none other than Toastmaster Srinivasan Sohyun. Can you share with us your role today?
Basically today I'm working as a timer. So the idea of having a timer, we not only want to speak well, but also we want to value everyone's time. We have a timer to make sure that the meeting happens on time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivasan. Today we also have a general evaluator. Is she online?
Yes. Hi, everybody.
All right.
Do you want me to explain my role?
And our general evaluator is none other than Deborah, Miss Deborah DTM. So I'd like to invite Miss Deborah to share with us her role today.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Deborah from Hong Kong. I'm Deborah, the mother, that kind of DTM. I would evaluate everybody who has not been evaluated, and I will give you my observations towards the end of the meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster. Well, by the way, I'm from Hong Kong, so my way of reporting may be a little bit different from the way you are accustomed to. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, DTM, Miss Deborah. No worries about the different style you will do your evaluation report. We are here to learn, right? And for myself, I'm the Toastmaster today as well as the R counter. So as the R counter, my role is to quietly listen to all your speeches, whether you are a speaker or participating table topic, or just giving us some, just participating in any other roles. I will listen carefully for all your pause fillers that you make. And these pause fillers are extra words that are not necessary in your speech. And so I hope to pick out these pause fillers, no hard feelings, and then you will recognize them and not use it again the next time. So without much ado, let us progress to the first segment of our program, which is the Better Speaking Prepared Speeches segment. In this segment, we will listen to the speakers share their prepared speeches, and most of them are the normal timings. They will be sharing their speeches from the Pathway new educational system. So may I invite our timer, Toastmaster Srinivasan, to share with us the timing sequence? Yes.
For the 5th minute, I'll show the green card, 6th minute, yellow card, the 7th minute, the red card, then 30 seconds.
Okay, that is our physical timer. Do we have an online timer? No? Okay. We also have an online timer, which is none other than our VPE Toastmaster Chief. He will also flash the color screens for those who are doing online speeches or online table topics, right? Let's see. I don't know what speech is he doing. I don't know what speech is he doing. Okay. Now for the first speaker is Toastmaster Srinivasan. He will be speaking on, he will be speaking from the Pathways Presentation Mastery Level 2. And let me allow Toastmaster Srinivasan to share with us his, his evaluator, Toastmaster Barry, will share the project objectives or Srinivasan's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Barry.
Thank you. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his primary style. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share the impact of his style on others. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Barry. So our first speaker, Toastmaster Srinivasan, is a very passionate Toastmaster. And he happens to live very near our club, but jokes aside, he's actually staying in Bukit Batok. But our Toastmaster Srinivasan is someone who loves public speaking, and I believe he won the PA champion many years ago. So let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Srinivasan. Yeah. Not too close. Okay.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Okay, can I start, timer? Good afternoon, club president, fellow Toastmasters, and friends. Today's topic is about renewal time. I don't know how many of you have been the vice president of membership. It's one of the most hated jobs in the exco because you are like the along son. Every year, depends on the club, once a year or twice a year, you need to keep chasing people for money. So when I was the VP membership, I have a very learning experience, I would say, being diplomatic. But initially, when I started off for the first time as a VP membership, I tried the 3 Bs, begging, bullying, borrowing. First, I asked them, please renew your membership. Please, please, come on, renew your membership. It didn't work. Then I started to bully them. I said, Sanjay, are you going to renew or not this year? That also didn't work. And then I came to the borrowing part of it. I said, come on, Vasan, if you don't have the money, it's okay. I can borrow you your membership money. You return it to me later on. But even that doesn't work. And then I started to read about learning about the communication styles. And then I thought, okay, let me try what can be done better way. So I tried the first style, which is initiating communication style. So I tried to initiate the communication to the members. So this style deals with storytelling, paint the picture of what they can achieve with the membership in Whampoa Toastmasters. So I went around to my members and said, come on, this club that is like a family to you. You can enjoy the support of all the members, right down from our most beautiful president to all the other members. We are always standing behind you. We will support you all the way to the top. Yes, they were really impressed with my stories, but unfortunately, the renewals were not on time. Then I decided, okay, let's try another style. So this time I went for the statistical style, where we use numbers, talk to people with numbers. Facts can always hit the truth very hard, right? So I said, okay, fine. So stories didn't sell. So now we say, okay, facts can tell. So I said, do you know that for the $45 that you pay for a 6-month membership, what is the returns that you're going to get? In all, you're going to pay about $90 USD for 1 year of membership. If you calculate that, that is not even $1 a day. So what's stopping you from doing that? You go down to the coffee shop and buy a coffee, you are spending more than that. And you can learn a lot more things when you come to the chapter meeting. All these numbers were very impressive. And I had all my members looking at me in awe. Oh my God, this guy knows all these things so much. To his fingertips, he's having all this information. But unfortunately, this story also fell flat. My renewals were also not as forthcoming as I expected it. Okay. Then I thought, okay, these 2 styles are not working. So what can I do? So then I decided, okay, numbers are not working, stories are not working. Let's go on a different thing. Paint the picture to them, inspiring communication. I wanted to paint that image to them. So I said, just imagine, 2012, when I went there for the championship and I won the PA Humorous Speech Championship, how great it felt for me on the stage receiving the trophy. Just imagine next year you are flying away to the international convocation in US or Europe or wherever they're having it. And then you're sitting down there with a warm cup of coffee in your hand. And then they call you out, contestant number 1, Shika, please come to the stage. Then you walk up onto the stage and you're talking there. And after the speech, you're waiting there tense and nervous. And then they tell the winner of the World Championship for speaking is Toastmaster Deep Shika. Shika was really overwhelmed, but still my renewals didn't come on time. I didn't know what to do. You see, I have tried supporting you. I have tried giving you numbers. I have tried making the image to you in absolute clarity. It's not working. Then as a last resort, I said, okay, fine, Masan, if this is not working, we can try something else. What is the one? I said, okay, let's go for direct communication style. So I had one-to-one talks with my members. I sat down next to them and said, listen, you joined this club because you wanted to improve yourself. I didn't force you to join the club. Now the club is asking you to renew your membership. You decide whether you still want to be in this club and you want to make the progress that you dream for yourself. You're not doing it for the club. You're not doing it for me. I am just facilitating what should be done. You think about it and then let me know tomorrow whether you want to renew the membership or not. If you don't want to renew the membership, it's all yours. But you must imagine what you're going to lose if you don't renew the membership. I have painted all the images that I wanted to you. I have given you the inspiring numbers. I have given you the mathematical numbers. I have given you the captivating image. What more do you want me to do? Fall at your feet? Then they were all embarrassed. And they said, okay, Vasan, cool. We'll get back to you in 1 or 2 days. And in the next 3 days, I had about 90% of my members renewing their membership. So then I realized that Vasan, all the bullshit doesn't work. The direct communication is your style. So then I realized that my communication style is talking to people directly from what is in my heart and making sure that I get my point across to their mind and then touching their heart. So my friends, you have to start thinking on what you want to do, and then you must also try to understand what is your communication style, because today's world runs on communication. You might be the best engineer in the world, but if you do not know how to communicate what your mind is thinking creatively to the people in front of you, you will be the worst engineer in the world, because you're not able to communicate your ideas to people. So communication is very important, and to understand what is your style of communication is also very, very important. So focus on finding out your style. Like the way I discovered my style is direct communication. The way now I'm communicating to you, just talk from your heart and then make sure you touch other people's heart. The way to that is up to you. Like, for example, I always talk about this, right? Imagine for a moment, if I want to go back to India, there is no way I can go there by taking bus number 139. It's not going to take me to India. Simple as that, right? But if I want to go to Theka Market, I can take bus number 139 from here. So your destination decides what is the vehicle that you need to travel to. So you decide where you want to reach, and then you decide on what's your vehicle, the communication style that you want. And if you get the correct communication style, you can reach your goals and achieve your life's ambitions. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivasan, for that very engaging speech. I like that he did this speech in a very interesting manner and really entertained everyone here, but with a purpose. Now I'd like to move on to the next speaker. The next speaker will be embarking on presentation mastery level 1. And her speech. Oh, okay. And let me get her evaluator, Toastmaster Sanjeev, to share with us the project speech objective. Over to you, Toastmaster Sanjeev.
Hi everyone. My name is Jeev, and I'm the evaluator for Sumati. So the purpose of statement for Sumati's speech is the project is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Yep, and that's the purpose of her speech. And I wish you all the best, Sumati.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Before Sumati starts her speech, I'd like to introduce the speaker. Sumati is actually a doctor, an engineering college professor. We're so proud to have a professor here in our club. And she's a member of Lisha Toastmaster for 1.5 years. And she has also finished one pathway, which is the dynamic leadership. Well done. She also has experience as a treasurer in Lisha Toastmaster Club. And her new pathway is motivation strategy, a step forward. I believe that's the title of her speech. A step forward, right? Oh, that was really sorry. Sorry, that was mayhem for me now. Yeah. Anyway, we'll let our speaker share with us her speech title before she starts the speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Sumati.
Thank you, Alicia. Good afternoon to all. Actually, I am Sumati. I am Dr. Sumati. So don't be afraid. I won't put you any injection. This is the doctorate degree I got from my engineering. Of course, I was an associate professor nearly 8 years in India. I started my PhD degree and my marriage life at the same duration. After 4.8 years, I had completed my PhD. In between the 4.8 years, we got 2 kids also. So that I thought I felt very selfish because kids and dad were separated because of my profession. Then I thought it's not good, so we should be together. So I decided to quit my job and I came to Singapore. Now I am in.
Mati, can you pin the Whampoa admin because he's the timer? So you can
No,
see.
I cannot see. I cannot see.
Okay, can you see a Whampoa admin?
Yeah, I
It's
can.
a
Admin. Yeah, but I can see the logo only.
Okay, that's him. Can you pin him because he's the online timer? Can you pin him? Are you able to pin him?
No, I'm not able to. How can I pin that?
Yeah, so long you can see him, it's okay. Because the logo will be changed.
See the admin logo. Yeah, now I can see. So then I decided to come to Singapore.
Are you introducing yourself or doing your speech?
Yeah. So I came to Singapore with my kids. Last 5 years, I stay in Singapore only. As a lecturer, every day I used to speak in college. Then I thought it's better we have to find someone who is speaking like that. Then only I got the Lisha Toastmaster Club. Then continuously went there and I updated my knowledge as well as I completed my first pathway dynamic leadership there. Then I decided to go to some other club near to, because now I am in some other place. So I was searching other club which is near to me, that is Whampoa. Here I started my pathway, that is motivational strategies. The reason for choosing this pathway is to motivate my kids. But the actual scenario is they are motivating me every day as a good mother. That's the real, that's the thing happening now. I'm very happy to be a member in Whampoa Club.
All right, thank you, Sumati, for sharing with us. Now, I think you may commence your speech when you are ready. Then we'll start timing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sumati, you may start. Sorry, yeah, okay.
So as a icebreaker, today my topic is icebreaker. So as a motivational strategies, is the things first I should introduce myself. According to the things, I think I completed. I cannot see the timer. It is the timer. I looks like gray color. I cannot see.
Okay, Namai, just go ahead. Just continue. Then green light, yellow light, green light will be red. Just continue. Can start now.
So I came to.
It's gray now, but when it's 5 minutes, the card will turn to green. So no worries.
Okay. So the main thing I came to the Whampoa is to improve my speaking skill and to get to know more people like that. According to that, so I got some idea how to create the motivational strategies. As ice breaking, I am planning something to do in upcoming speeches. Is it? So as Srinivas said, there are so many ways to communicate with people to convince them. I think the motivational strategies is also coming under that kind of priorities. So I have to choose what are all the different ways to motivate the people and how to present them to the people. That's it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Sumati, for breaking the ice. And I'm sure our members here have learned more about you. And I'm sure everyone here would like to know more about you. So we look forward to your next speech.
Yeah, sure.
Now let's move on to the third speaker. The third speaker will be embarking on her pathway speech from Dynamic Leadership Level 1. And we will have her evaluator Ramesh, but he's not here at the moment, so we will have someone else evaluate Christine's speech. Oh, we have to thank our Toastmaster G. He will be evaluating Christine's speech. Yeah, Christine's online. We will have our evaluator, Toastmaster G, to share with us her project objectives. Over to you, Toastmaster G.
I don't.
I don't have. Okay. Also the share. Okay. All right. Because this is a last minute change of the evaluator, we will directly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good.
Oh, so
Handle tough.
okay. So handle a tough situation with emotional intelligence. That is the speech. Okay. So it's here. All right. Okay. So Christine Xia's speech title is "Handle Tough Situations with Emotional Intelligence," and the purpose statement of her speech is the project is for the member to cultivate an understanding of how his or her emotions impact relationships. It is also designed to help the member identify how others' emotions impact his or her emotional state. The purpose is also of this speech is also for the member to share some aspect of her experience journaling emotions or being aware of emotions when interacting with others. So her speech is about for 5 to 7 minutes. So with that, all the best, Christine.
Thank you, Toastmaster. I'd like to invite Toastmaster Christine to share her speech. And Toastmaster Christine has visited Whampoa before, right? This is not her first time. So I will not say too much about Christine, but all I can say is that Christine is always dressed to the occasion. Look at her, how pretty she looks. Anyway, Christine is from Clementi Toastmaster Club, right?
Yes,
All right. So I can see Christine is all ready to speak. So over to you, Christine. Toastmaster Christine.
Dong, ding dong. I pressed the doorbell. As the door opened, I was surprised to see how frail my uncle was when he came over to open the door. What happened to the tiger who used to bite everyone? What happened to the tiger who used to be so defensive? And what happened to the tiger who used to talk so loudly? My uncle was the so-called tiger. As I walked into the house, I realized many uncles and aunties were so frail, hunchback, white hair, drooping eyes. Fellow Toastmasters, have you ever detested going for relatives gathering because of the family tension that was involved? Could I have a show of hands? Thank you. This year, I wish to do something different using my emotional intelligence or EQ. Emotional intelligence is the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions and to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. In the past, our family relationship had been tense for decades. Uncles and mom could not get along amicably. Uncles were always at loggerheads. You are talking nonsense, one uncle explained. Who said you are the one who's nonsensical? Another uncle would defend. These would ignite the argument's flame. Due to the tense relationship, it felt like a tiger den whenever we had Chinese New Year or family gathering. In the past, I would have ignored this. I wouldn't even want to talk to these people because I was fearful and had lost faith in uncles. Current. Ding dong, ding dong. I could hear my heart racing and butterflies in my stomach as I pressed the doorbell to my uncles in recent gathering. I could feel the tense energy in the house. It was the same tiger then. This year, I would wish to do something different using my emotional intelligence. Without listening to my fears, I did what I think is right. I could empathize with uncles about the fearful state due to the long tense relationship. I started to apply what I learned in Toastmasters. I played Chinese New Year songs to lighten everyone's mood. Upon hearing the delightful song, everyone started to loosen up and open up. I even recorded these scenes to capture such joyful moments. This could seem so trivial to a normal family. However, to my uncles and mom, this was as difficult as climbing the Bukit Timah hill. After such recording, uncles requested for such video. I could sense them being very appreciative. And these were followed by games and some jovial chatting. Host gathering. After the gathering, I could slowly feel dark energy surface whenever I wanted to interact with uncles. Without listening to my inner fears, I did what I think was right. I took the extra step to approach the frail uncles to explain how to use nutrition and vegetables to strengthen their memory and hearing. I knew I would face huge resistance. However, I persevered. I even showered gifts to uncles as I knew that they could not afford it. As I was busy, I have delegated my mom and sis to visit my uncles. After rounds of persistence, situation has started to loosen up further. I intend to follow up with these uncles on health matters. Lesson learned. Don't let emotion take control over you. Although everyone felt fearful about the tiger den, I had inner fears and reservation too. But don't listen to them. Do what my inner soul tells me as right actions. I could see uncles still care for one and another because they ask about everyone's family conditions in a caring yet serious manner. The irony is that people want the best for everyone in the family, but no one used a high EQ method to resolve these conflicts for these decades. I knew the tough relationship problem had been existent for decades. However, this time round, I listened to my inner soul to do what I think is correct. Do for the greater good of the situation. Do with emotional intelligence and love. Listen to our inner soul more than our fears. In conclusion, I would like to share a quote. A high EQ mind maintains its composure whatever the situation, whether it's been glorified or vilified, an unknown quote. I agree. A high EQ uses an effective emotion to manage the situation, no matter how tough it is. As you could see, the past, current, and the post-gathering situations were handled differently For the current and post-gathering, EQ was used and things have loosened out. Although everyone felt fearful about the tiger then, I had inner fears and reservation too. Don't listen to them. Do what my inner soul tell me as right actions. Listen to our inner soul more than our fears. Do you agree? Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Christine. Indeed, I was enjoying your speech. It was so entertaining. It always reminds us that no matter how high your IQ, you need to have EQ to balance it up. Because a lot of situations require EQ. Otherwise, turmoil will happen, right? Yeah, thank you very much for that speech. We shall now move on to the next speaker. And the next speaker will be embarking on a Pathways Presentation Mastery Level 1 Speech 2, which is a speech on purpose. And let me invite her evaluator, which is Toastmaster Srinivasan, to share with us the project objectives. Over to you, Toastmaster Srinivasan.
Purpose for this speech is to learn the basic methods of writing a speech with a definite purpose and to present a speech with a purpose. Timing for this is 5 to 10 minutes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivasan. Now I'd like to introduce the speaker, and the speaker is someone who loves music and enjoys meeting inspirational people. And she likes to follow her passion, which is interior designing and painting. So let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Deep Shaker with her project speech, The Power of Positive Thinking. Over to you, Deep Shaker.
Hello, all Toastmasters who are available here as well as who are available online. Today, I got an opportune moment to share my views on power of positive thinking. Our body has number of vital organs. Among them, brain is one of that. Brain has amazing power of thinking. By using this astonishing power, we can live life of dreams. How many of you want to live life of dreams? Raise your hand. Wow, great. Me too. To live life of dreams, we all need to do only one thing, and that is boost the level of positive thinking. And this can be done by focusing on possibility rather than limitations, discussing solutions instead of problems, practicing gratitude in place of complaints. And you all can try this. This really works because it is scientifically proved by Sir Isaac Newton. It is a second law of attraction. In this whole world, there is only one thing which can travel speedier than anything else, and that is our thoughts. Here, we all are sitting here in this room, and you can take a world tour in the next moment by using your thoughts. Nothing can be higher than your thoughts. So keep cultivating your mindset with the positive ideas. There are a number of personalities in this world who set example of power of positive thinking, such as Albert Einstein, Sir Isaac Newton, Amitabh Bachchan, Stephen Hawking, and many more personalities are there in this world. Today, I'm going to share one childhood story of the great scientist Albert Einstein. He was unable to speak properly till the age of 9. And due to that, his school principal dismissed him and handed down a letter. That Einstein, when returned back to his home, he asked to his mother, "What is written in that?" His mother read that letter and sighed deeply. She replied him by hiding the truth. She told that you are so special and extraordinary that you don't deserve that school, my son. You are my exceptional, my child. That small Einstein blindly believed on his mother's words and always keep thinking that I am an exceptional child. And in year 1905, he really becomes an exceptional personality by discovery of theory of relativity, which is E is equal to mc square. This discovery gave a new vision in the direction of, in the field of physics. After his discovery, he was well-known personality to the world. His IQ was so high that his brain was kept for preservation for further more research. After his discovery, his mother handed down the same letter to the Albert Einstein. In that letter, it was written that your child is not able to speak properly, so he deserves a special care school. As he is not normal, his performance is below average. After reading that letter, Albert Einstein just smiled. So, my friends, moral of the story is our life is the reflection of our positive thoughts. So, I encourage you all, think big, dream big, because a winner is a dreamer who never give up. Thank you all. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Don't you agree? It was very interesting that in these tough times, we need to believe in positive thinking. I think it does help to have positive thinking in our lives. Otherwise, it's easy to go into depression. And thank you for sharing with us this. We'd love to hear more from our new member, Deepshika. Now, we finally come to our last and final speaker. And our speaker will be embarking and speaking on a engaging humorous pathway, level 2. And her speech is on. Before I say the speech title, let us invite her evaluator, Toastmaster Angeli to share with us the project, the speech project. She is online. Over to you, Toastmaster Angeli.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. So I wish all the best to Zafrina. Over to you.
Toastmaster Angeli, can you don't mind to start again? Thank
Okay.
you. Sorry.
Okay, all right. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. Yeah, was it clear now?
Yes, very clear. Thank you so much.
Right. All the best, Zafrina.
Now the speech timing is the same for most of the speeches, so we will skip that. And I would like to introduce the speaker. She's a student at IT College Central who graduated from Interior and Exhibition Design. She's also into balloon sculpting, has a CCA, and is very keen on baking. So the next meeting, we shall taste some of your specialty. Just jokes aside. Okay, without much ado, let us put our hands together to welcome our Toastmaster Sabrina with a speech title, Giving Out a Brighter Smile. Giving out a brighter smile. No, Sabrina. Over to you.
Hi, we can't hear it. I can't hear.
Oh, that's on Are you smiling?
Yeah.
You can't hear, is it?
Yeah, okay. No, I mean, I what help to
Yeah, I'll help.
get the-
Yeah. Right.
No, I still can't hear anything. I can't hear anything.
Okay, never mind. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, then we will swap mic.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon, Toastmasters. Can you all smile? Of course, yes, you can smile. Can you all smile now? Look at all the beautiful faces when you smile. When you smile, people think that you are friendly and you can break the ice and you can make friends. But I'm not here to talk about smile. I'm here to talk about something more important. Dental hygiene, and I'm here to talk about you going to the dentist and taking care of your teeth. It's important to clean your teeth. You pay attention to your teeth and have a happy
and bright teeth. When you brush your teeth day and night, and make sure you brush every day, you care for your teeth. But some people, they don't really put in effort to clean their teeth, and that can develop gum disease, and their teeth will have bad breath. I am here to tell you that there are 3 oral practices. The first practice is to brush your teeth truly. Brush your teeth day and night and floss in between your teeth to remove the dental plaque. Brushing and also using fluoride and using mouthwash will avoid the bad breath. When you go out, you will feel that your mouth is fresher, even at home. Your bad breath will be gone. And when you talk to people, your mouth, your breath will be really fresher. And people will tend to not look at you in a certain way as your breath stinks, and people won't tell you. The second practice is to use drink water. Yes, even water can help your teeth. Drinking water helps the gum feel clearer and healthier. So drink water is a very common thing, but it can help with your teeth as well, and it can make it cleaner. And for example, after you eat, drinking water, it takes away the food from the teeth. Instead of going to brush again, you can drink water and clean up inside. The third practice is to go to the dentist and do your checkups. If you go to your dentist, you explain to them truly and work together with your dentist on how they can help you and how they can help you by checking up regularly, at least once a year. Go to the dentist and ask them to help you to see how you can clean your teeth properly. If you don't do these checkups at least once a year, you won't know what is happening in your teeth. As for me, when I went to the dentist, after they told me, only I knew how to take care of my own teeth. To tell the truth, I hate the dentist, as drilling sounds and the clinics and still makes it really uncomfortable, and I'm so frightened by it. I never liked the dentist because of the drilling and really scary tools. But I know that when I clean my teeth and keep it clean, I have to go to the dentist at least once a year and do my checkup in order to keep my teeth healthy. So I really, in conclusion, please take care of your teeth and dental health, and please floss your teeth and brush your teeth morning and night. Also use mouthwash to avoid the bad breath. You can use mouthwash morning and night as well. Now, can you all smile again? Look at all the beautiful smiles. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, Toastmaster Zabina, for sharing with us how important dental hygiene is. I think a lot of us, if given a chance, don't want to bother about all this because we're so busy with our work. But then again, you know, if you're lazy and you don't bother about it, sooner or later it comes back. So I also had dental issues last year. Oh, because of my greediness, eating too much. I remember I had another root canal issue last year when I stuffed myself with potato chips. And then I think maybe I didn't floss well. So it caused a root canal issue. But anyway, the lesson learned is that take care of your dental hygiene because no one else will take care for you, only the dentist. And if you don't take care of it, it will result in big, hefty bills for you. So thank you for sharing us the importance of dental hygiene. Now, I'm so happy to say that we have come to the end of the first segment, the better speaking prepared speeches. So I'd like to invite our timer, Toastmaster Srinivasan, to share with us the timings of the speeches. Over to you.
My speech is 7 minutes and 14 seconds. Sumati, the online speaker, to 29 seconds. Christine, also online speaker, 6 minutes and 4 seconds. The speaker, 6 minutes and 3 seconds. And Zafrina, they can't hear.
We must press the green.
You need to charge, I think. Okay, I repeat the timings again. For Vasan, it is 7 minutes and 14 seconds. Sumati, online speaker, 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Christine, online speaker, 6 minutes and 4 seconds. Deepshika, physical speaker, 6 minutes and 3 seconds. Zafrina, physical speaker, 6 minutes and 13 seconds. All of them qualify for the voting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivasan, for sharing with us the timings for all the speakers. Well done to everyone well done to everyone because you've all spoken in time. And so we can move on to our next segment, which is the better thinking segment, or rather the table topics session. If you see our program sheet, we're supposed to have Amy to be the Toast table topic master, but unfortunately, she's not well. So we wish her a fast recovery. And so we have very happy to say that our Toastmaster VPE Jeef will be the table topic master today. So let's welcome Toastmaster Jeef to see what topics he has for us. Over to you, Toastmaster Jeef.
All right. So can you hear me online?
Yeah. Because we bring the slide here.
Can you hear me? Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. You can hear me. Right. Yeah. Okay. You can hear me. So I'm going to find it. A little bit. It's not question. I cannot find it. No. So okay. So hi. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. boys and girls, cats and dogs. I wish to. Okay, anyway, my name is Sanjeev Balan, and I'm the VP of Toastmaster Club. At the same time, I am actually the table topics master for today. Okay, and the topic for today is overcoming the mayhem in 2023. Not 2013, it's 2023. I think the one of our members, when you were actually designing the poster, you were thinking of something which happened in 2013. But now thinking about it, in 2013, actually, I went through a mayhem. I actually went through a traumatic accident. In that traumatic accident, what happened to me is I broke my back, which means I had a fractured lumbar spine. At the same time, I also had an injury to my head. So all this actually left me bedridden in the ICU for a couple of weeks or maybe a month. And I was actually brought to the wheelchair. But right now, you saw me, I'm standing right in front of you, and that is how I overcame my mayhem, not in 2023, but in 2013, which happened. Right now in 2023, I'm standing right in front of you in a very good condition, I guess. Right? So please give me a round of applause. Thank you. All right, okay, so without further ado, actually, I've got a question for you, question for all of us. I wanted to get you all to go stand somewhere else, be somewhere else, and everyone give the speech of this question, because this question, there's only one question which is alike for everyone, but most of them are online, so I can't do that unless the online speakers or online listeners, they choose to close your ears, right? Okay, but that will not happen. So just for this table topic segment, we are going to leave it open where everyone will be able to see the question beforehand or hear the question beforehand. But what we are going to look at is how effectively you give your speech and your story, right? So with that, I just want to share with you a slide which we produced.
Let me help you.
I must share. Let's share.
Give me a minute, I have to send back the thing first. Who's her?
Yeah.
To use your thing. She's a host now. Enable share screen. Let's go security. Oh, security. Go to security and allow share screen. Yeah, okay. And okay, good. You might go back there. Yeah. You are sharing screen. Sure.
So, okay.
It's not showing it. It's not showing it. Stop in and do it. The share screen begin. Sometimes it hang. Do again. Yeah. Yes. Okay, I help you to. Okay. Okay, you tell me when I will do for you, okay?
Yeah. Okay. So our topic for today is overcoming mayhem in 2020. So what is mayhem anyway? So many of us may be wondering, or some of us may be wondering what's mayhem. So I just to verify everyone and to simplify things, I'm going to share their section. Right. Alright, mayhem means great confusion, disorder, trouble, or destruction which happened in 2023, or even some other years like what I said in 2013, and how you overcame that and actually you are standing healthily or successfully in 2023. Or maybe you also may still be overcoming those issues, those disorders, those confusion, or those problems. Just we are going to share our story. So the question is, the question is how I overcame a mayhem in 2023. So that is our theme talk question. Can I have show of hands on who is going to bring up, volunteer, and share a story for the question? Who's going to be the first speaker? So share with us your story of overcoming mayhem in 2020.
Okay, I can.
Right, give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Table topic master.
Nice one.
A very good afternoon to club president, members, and guests online.
Thank you.
Well, it was February 16, 2023. I remembered that day faithfully. Breaking news. Dear members of Sengkang, there is a new variant, COVID-19, CBB, now spreading around Sengkang. You are advised to stay at home and come back after the curfew hours. But however, things didn't work out for me. I worked overtime and I came back at the stroke of midnight. By the time I reached home, it was too late. And Harry followed me back to my home. Within 4 hours, I became sick. My head was feverish. My face was hot. And my throat was fighting a battle. Just 2 lines declared that I was COVID. I had COVID. And the worst thing was, I discovered I infected my whole family. And so now, the feeling of shame was overpowering. And Jack and Harry came out and said, "Hey, Alicia, you're so dirty, that's why you got COVID." But Jill came over and said to me, "Alicia, it's not your fault. How would you know that you got COVID? And it's not your fault that it spread to your family." But anyway, I sent the ways of help. And luckily, my Wonder Woman friend, Jill, came over and sent me the Lianhua medicine, which I took, and I overcome COVID after 7 days fighting it. So that's how I overcame my mayhem. All you need to do is send out waves asking for help, and someone will come and help you. Back to you, table topic master.
All right, thank you so much, Alicia. DTM Alicia. So Alicia gave a great speech regarding COVID, and I learned one or two things from you, especially about Jack and Jill. When up the oh no, sorry, who? Jack and Jill, not Jill. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, Alicia. So, can I have the next speaker who wants to volunteer? The online speaker also can volunteer. Barry, yeah, great. Round of applause for Barry. Fabulous, Barry.
Why better? Huh? I think use my.
The same. So, okay. Fine. COVID, dental issue. There's so many issues happening in our life. So many confusion, so many chaos. How are we going to overcome our mayhem? For me, I've been a Toastmaster for 2 years. And in 2 years, I realized that I'm I'm getting better in speaking, but I don't see that I'm a very confident speaker. Need charging. It's okay. It's okay. I can hear me. So what happened is, wait a minute, it came up. So what happened is that out of all this confusion, I take a step back. Breathe in, breathe out. And ask myself, how can I overcome my mayhem? And how can I achieve my purpose to be a more compelling speaker? That's where bring me to more meetings. That's where am I today, visiting different clubs and getting chances to practice myself. So in life, there's so many confusion in our life happening every day. Getting message, getting Twitter, opening our website and seeing so many things happening every time. But what are the most important things in our life that we want to overcome? Ladies and gentlemen, what are your mayhem? And how are you going to overcome it? I believe if you breathe in, breathe out, take a step back, and start taking action, you can be just like me, slowly overcoming your challenges. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you. Okay, so just give me a moment.
I'm Christine. I would like to try a question.
Like this one too. Can you hear me? All right. Okay. Let's once again give a round of applause for Barry. A great speech by Barry. All right. It's about overcoming mayhem. Yeah, that's the question. But most importantly, which struck me was breathe in, breathe out, and overcome your mayhem. All right. Great. Thank you so much, Barry. Yeah. So I think that's one of the important things which I also tell to a lot of my clients. People who I speak to or I coach or counsel. So I ask them to breathe in and breathe out and relax, because there's this thing called amygdala in our brain. Maybe it's a bit cheap, okay? But anyway, amygdala is this thing called is this thing in our brain which actually provokes three reactions in us. Freeze. When you see a problem, you don't know what to do. Freeze. Or you run away, flight, or you face the problem and fight. So you can choose what reaction you want to do, but you only can choose. I mean, those reactions will be automatic, but you only can choose. You can make a choice, make it a choice when you respond to that action, when you respond to that situation, right? So with that, I would like to welcome the next speaker, who is going to respond on how you overcame your mayhem. Okay, can I actually choose an online speaker? Who wants to volunteer from online? Anyone?
Christine.
Christina, okay, can, sure. It's over here. Yeah. No, it's over here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's over here. Not there. Yeah, it's not there. Okay. So without further ado, I would like to invite Christina to share with us on this topic of overcoming mayhem in 2023. Christina, over to you.
Fellow Toastmasters, could you see the light behind? This is the divine light. Why? Because I have used certain techniques to overcome the mayhem in 2023. Normally, a mayhem by definition means that it's a chaotic situation that disturbs our internal peace. So by having a clear and peaceful mind, I can actually manage the chaotic situation. So how do I do that? There's a few techniques. Number one is I do meditation. I will focus on my breathe in, breathe out, and live moment by moment. With that, I'm able to live in the present moment and living in the here and now. This gives me a lot of tranquility because I'm no longer disturbed by the past or the future, but I'm living in the current now. So meditation helps me to maintain my inner peace. Method number two is I walk on barefoot on grass. This comes with some scientific research. The grass is vibrating at the same energy level as the earth, which is our Mother Earth. So by walking barefoot on the grass, I'm actually resonating at the same frequency as the Mother Earth. By doing this, it gives me inner peace and it instantly changed my turbulent mind to a tranquil mind. There are many other methods, but these are the two key ones. And this is how I overcame my mayhem in 2023. If you would like to share, know more, feel free to come to me and I'll share with you more tips. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, okay. So let's once again give a round of applause for Christina. All right, awesome. Okay, so after this today's chapter meeting, let's all not go back. Let's all go down to the first floor, find a patch of grass and start walking. I'm not kidding. Let's connect with the Mother Earth. Okay. So what I like about Christina's speech is one thing which also struck me, which was being in the present moment. I think that's very important, right? Whenever we are confused or when we are in trouble, when we have sadness or when we have anger, we just close everything and we start breathing in and breathing out, and then we will begin in the present moment. All right, thank you very much for reminding that, Christina. All right, okay, great. I would like to have the next speaker who would like to share. Great, thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause for our Toastmaster, Srinivasa.
Overcoming mayhem in 2023 or any 23, there's only one way to do it. That is, don't think about it. I have been fighting against disturbances and troubles from the time my father passed away. That's like 26 years. And one thing I realized, that even though we all think that we are doing everything, we are not doing anything. This might be a very fatalistic way of looking at life, but I'm a practicing Hindu, and Hinduism believes that everything is in the hands of the God. Okay, for us, everything happens because He has determined what is going to happen in your life. And I'm a very strong follower of that principle in life. Because when my father passed away, my family was really in a very, very bad condition. There were some cousins of mine, my father's brothers, who told us on the time when my father's body was laying there in my house, that this family is going to the streets. Okay, that was the comment in my family, in my extended family. But that time also, we had our trust in God, and we decided that we will try to do what we can, but we let whatever happens to us as a family in His hands. Then today, my family is one of the best families in our family, and I'm not taking any pride in telling that, but it is all because of what God has decided to do for me and my family. So that is why I always say that, in life, there's two ways of living. One is the way of the monkey, and one is the way of the cat. So the Ramakrishna Paramahansa is one of the spiritual leaders of India. So he said that there are two ways of living life: the monkey way or the cat way. So the monkey way, he says, is the baby monkey will hold the mother, and then the mother will jump from a tree to tree. There, the responsibility of holding the responsibility. So that we can try to do this on our own, but we have to take the responsibility of doing it. So if we don't do it right, you will fall down and die. But the pussycat just lies down there, and the mommy will catch the pussy baby and carry it everywhere. The responsibility is not on the pussycat, it is on mother. I live my life the pussycat way. I depend on God to do what He wants to do to me. As far He has done nothing but a good thing. Back to the Toastmaster.
That's just a moment. That's acceptable. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. So let's once again give a round of applause for Toastmaster. All right. Okay. So yeah, it's about different views. We all have different views, and we overcome our mayhem through the different beliefs we have and the different views we have. Right. Most importantly, I would like to call it perspective. So we all have different perspectives, and but one problem, there's not only one solution. There's many solutions, but you will have the choice to pick and choose your solution, the solution which you think works best for you. So with that, thank you so much, Srinivasan or Vasan, to remind us on that again. So can I have another for the last speaker for today? Maybe I would like to invite an online speaker who would like to volunteer. Who is the online speaker who wants to volunteer? Anjali? Anjali, are you there?
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Right. Anjali, can we invite you? Just give me a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Anjali is here already. Okay, great. Let me just adjust. Yeah.
So the topic is same, right? How will we, how will you?
Speaker,
So what is the topic still?
So Anjali, can you try speaking right now?
What is the topic? Is it same?
Yeah. So, how do you, how
Okay. First of all, I would say that 2023 has just started. So, I mean, we are now entering June, month of June. So we've already crossed 6 months, and all of us are alive, all of us are healthy, all of us are happy. So, so we don't have to worry about 6 months of 2023 already. Now, what the question wants me to answer is, what am I going to do for the next 6 months? First of all, I'm going to wish positively that everything is going to be okay, right? So like I said earlier on, that mayhem is in your mind, not outside. I mean, there is outside, but it depends how your mind interprets it and what energy the mind gives to what's happening outside that makes it difficult to handle. So my starting point would be to think that the next 6 months will also be nice. And if there are some ups and downs, I will handle it just the way I have done so far. There is a sense of confidence, I think, that each one of us can have in ourselves, that we have come this far and therefore we can go further. None of us are dead here, right? So we are fine, we are happy, we are we're enjoying a very good life, and that's great already. So with this positive attitude and a belief in yourself that you have dealt with a lot of situations in the past, and you can manage whatever comes, whatever life brings to you, also very well in the future. With that confidence, I would face the rest of 2023. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you, Anjali, for sharing this awesome speech. Another thing, oh yeah, once again, let's give Anjali a round of applause. Okay, so what is the one thing which struck me is the word confidence, all right? Going through the rest of 2023 with confidence. And that's very important because confidence is the factor or the emotion or the characteristic we need to have in order to go through or do anything in life. And thank you so much, Anjali, for sharing with us and highlighting the importance of having confidence of our life. All right, so I think we are done with our table topic segment, and we have come to the end of it. So we can start. Yeah, so we can start sharing our timers. So timings. So Boston Srinivasan is going to share the timing.
Okay, for the table topics, the timing is as follows. Alicia, 2 minutes and 48 seconds. She ran over time. Barry is 1 minute and 58 seconds. Christine is 1 minute 52 seconds. Vasan is 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Anjali is 1 minute and 32 seconds. So except for Alicia, the rest of them are all in time.
Okay, awesome. So for online, okay, right now it's time for us to vote. So physically, we have our voting system. Those who are online, you can actually vote also by giving a personal message to the Whampoa admin, right? Just type in a personal message on who do you think won or who you think get the best speech, best table topics speech through a PM to the Whampoa admin, right? Whampoa admin. So let me repeat the speakers. Alicia has overrun the timing, so Alicia is not in the list. Now we are left with Barry, 1 minute 58 seconds. Christine, 1 minute 52 seconds. Vasan, 1 minute 52 seconds, and lastly Anjali, 1 minute 32 seconds. Right? Please, online, those who are online, you can cast your votes through PM. Through PM to Whampoa admin. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Ken. And also at the same time, you can also those online, those who are online, you can actually vote for the speakers who gave their speech, the awesome speech early on. So first is Srinivasan, 7 minutes 14 seconds. The second speaker was Christine Siak, who gave a speech for 4 minutes 29 seconds. And sorry, let me repeat, let me correct that. Sumadi gave a speech for 4 minutes 29 seconds. Christine Siak gave a speech for 6 minutes 4 seconds. And Deep Shika, she gave a speech for 6 minutes 3 seconds. And lastly is Zafrina, who gave a speech for 6 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, online speakers, you can PM Whampoa admin by putting the speaker and the name you choose. And also for the table topic segment, you just put TT and the speaker you choose. Right? Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for the physical. For the people in the physical side, let's vote first for the speakers. Then, once it's finished, we'll proceed to vote for the table topics. Yeah. All right, I will write the speaker's name on the whiteboard. Give me a minute. So for the project speakers, we have 5 speakers. The first speaker was Srinivasan, aka Vasan. Second speaker Sumati. Third speaker Christine, online. Sumati was also online. Third speaker Dishika, and the final speaker was Zafina. So let's cast your vote. Okay. Oh, okay lah. No. Okay. Second is Sumati. Thank you everyone for casting your votes. Okay. Three and two.
And 1, then 3 and 4 and 3 and 4.
You are 3. Yeah.
And 1, then I don't know,
15. Oh, 3 and 4 for what? 1. 2. Oh, so close. Yeah. Let me know the online pool how they vote. Then I can add on to the physical. No, the online speaker. When they vote, they haven't voted yet. Ask them to vote. Because I only got the physical. Oh, okay. Later when you have now. Yeah. So online audience, position holders, and yes, please put in your vote for the best speaker. We have 5 speakers today. The first speaker was Srinivasan, aka Vasan. Second speaker Sumati. Third speaker Christine. Fourth speaker Deepshika, and the 5th speaker Zafina. Well, of course, you can also vote for yourself. You will think you're a good speaker. And now, people talking. Do send in your votes for the best speaker. And also send in your votes for the best table topic speaker. For table topic speakers, we had 4 speakers. Do not vote for me because I was disqualified. So sorry. So you can vote for Barry, Christine, Vasan, or Anjali.
Then the online we check what is that.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we go on with the evaluation or shall I have a break? Somebody requested for break. No, it's follow your program sheet is evaluation. Shall we have a break first? You have your program sheet? I'll just your program sheet, Mahalo. Never mind, instead. Thank you everybody for participating and putting in your votes. Now, looking at so much work you have done, I think we all deserve to take a break now. So we will be pausing the Zoom, refreshing it, okay? We will pause the recording and we encourage the online participants to go for their break, go for your toilet break, have a drink, have a tea break. And we offline are also having a break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. Now it's 4:27. So we'll be back by 4:37, 10 minutes time. Thank you. Pause the recording. Not the recording very long. Yeah, pause. I saw the. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay, I was looking for this. Welcome everyone to our third and final segment. I'm very happy that our Toastmaster Shira has come to give us the trophies. Okay, see you. Thank you, Shira. Now we come to the third and final segment of our chapter meeting, which is the better listening segment, aka the evaluation project segment. This is where the evaluators have listened to all the project speeches and will now give their feedback so that the speaker can improve and move on to the higher level. May I have the timer to share with us the timing sequence for the evaluation speeches? Thank you so much, Mr. Final Toastmaster Hasan. We will now start with our first evaluator. Our first evaluator, Toastmaster G, will evaluate Toastmaster Christie's speech from the leadership pathway. So Toastmaster G, you all know, is our current DPE, and he's a very passionate man. I can see that he serves in a lot of positions. Even today, he's very hardworking and has helped to multitask in various positions. So let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster G to evaluate Toastmaster Christine's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster G.
The online speakers, can you hear me? All right. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Okay. So, Toastmaster Christine, you did justice to your speech. All right. Your speech, you actually shared on this important quote, which rang a bell in my head, and that was high EQ manage. With high EQ, you are able to manage any situation. And that is right and that is true. Because you need enough EQ in this world, especially in this society where a lot of people will say a lot of things and make you angry, upset, and even confused at times. And that's where you need high EQ to manage those situations. So your topic, your sharing, your story was well said. I also want to highlight that you used props, okay, and that props actually was very meaningful and highlighted the different components or different parts it was addressing. And most importantly, it was your vocal variety. It went up, it went down. That was good. There was uh, different adjustments or different levels of where you are at your story when you are sharing a story. You also excel with saying different quotes and different sentences which actually relates to your story and also relates to us in the audience. And that is very good. And you also mentioned about family, right? The best for the family. So that is some that reminded me of my family, and especially when it's Mother's Day tomorrow, it reminded me of my mother. And I just want to share, maybe some things you can work on. Very minimal, but I just still have to address this because this can help you. One of them is your expressions. So maybe you can actually highlight your expressions and maybe you can illustrate your expressions even further from where you are already. So maybe you can do that by working on sharing a speech in front of the mirror and see how much your expression are. Are you overdoing it or is it very minimal? And next is when I'm talking about expression, I'm also talking about gestures. But no, I'm not talking about hand gestures or your bodily gestures. They were very good. But I think what you can work on when I say expression is also your facial gestures. So you can actually smile more. You can, when you talk about smiling, you can smile more when when you're angry or when you're upset at a particular situation in your story. You can actually frown or do a more exaggerated gesture in your face itself. I think these are the only two things you should work on based on what you shared earlier on, and you did a great job. You did justice to your story. But just one more thing you can challenge yourself to do is you can be more expressive. Like I said earlier, you can use the mirror to actually share your story, and also you can do it by standing up. Okay, just now you were sitting down in your chair and sharing your story, so you can stand up and share your story. And one more thing is what I realized is maybe you are reading a bit on your script, so maybe you can internalize your story before sharing it. By doing that, it will actually help you to be more convincing in your story and be more expressive when you share it and be more natural, right? I think other than that, I think you was doing a good job, an awesome job. So with that, I would like to thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeep. Toastmaster Jeep, I think you might like to remain on the stage because you are the next evaluator as well for the second speaker, Sumati. So just give me a minute. Let me.
Okay, Sumati, you did a good job. Given that it is your first speech, your icebreaker speech, you actually did a good job. And one more thing I want to highlight and I want to address to everyone is you was not feeling well because you gave me a message right after your speech that you're going to the hospital. When you mentioned that you're going to the hospital, it means it's a bit serious already. But even though you was not feeling well, you did come down, you did share or deliver what you promised to do. You didn't back up, and your commitment was very evident here, and thank you very much for that. So we would like to actually applaud you. Can we applaud for Sumati, right? Thank you, Sumati. Okay, Sumati, you excel in your commitment. That's the first thing, and also your speech you gave was good. You may work on maybe expressing yourself further, but I definitely understand because you was not feeling well. So maybe because of that, it didn't allow you or limit your expression to a certain extent. But actually, in moving forward in the next speech itself, you can actually work on your expressions and the vocal variety. That's very important, going up and going down. Again, like I said earlier on, I understand that you are not feeling well and that actually limited you. And other than that, you can actually produce more gestures. You can, expand or highlight a certain word using your gestures. And again, to challenge yourself, actually, there's nothing much to challenge yourself because you did a good job for your icebreaker speech itself. Just moving forward, I hope that you have a speedy recovery, and after your recovery, you can give a better speech, you can give a better story and share with us with your passion and commitment, right? I have nothing much to say other than this. So thank you very much for sharing your story.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jim. Really appreciate Toastmaster G for evaluating 2 speakers projects. Thank you very much. Now we'd like to move on to the third evaluator. The third evaluator is none other than Toastmaster Srinivasan, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Deep Shika's speech. So Toastmaster Srinivasan is a very passionate Toastmaster who hails all the way from very near Bukit Batok. And he was the PA humorous champion for his humorous speech contest years ago. But here he is now, and let's hand over, give you a big round of applause, Master Srinivasan.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Deepshika, The Power of Positive Thinking. There is a book which says The Magic of Thinking Big. Maybe you need to read that because it echoes whatever you were talking about in your speech. Okay. Basically, for your speech, I'm going to look at it as this is like a second speech in our club after you joined us, and the way I see it, I think another 5 or 6 speeches down the road, you can be one of our champion speakers. Honestly speaking, okay? Because I think your body gestures, vocal variety, the clarity of thought, and the use of stage was all fantastic. If at all I am to complain about something, I thought is maybe a little bit extra. Okay, so there is you need to understand also that you need to downplay certain times because sometimes your body gesture and the use of your stage was distracting to me as an observer because you were always constantly moving around. I mean, you can move around a little bit, but you don't have to be constantly walking around like an absent-minded professor. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So it was very distracting for me because you were always going around, going around, going around. I was my eyes trying to follow you all the time. So maybe you can work on that to control your stage movement to a certain extent. I can understand that you want to go to one place, to this side, look at Barry also, and then come back this side, look at Jill. I can understand that, but you don't have to constantly keep moving. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can work on your stage movement. And then for your body gestures and vocal variety, I have no qualms because it was fantastic. In fact, if you understand Tamil, I can say your voice came out as, we call it Ghanir. That means it comes and resonates into you. There is no doubts on what you are trying to say. It was very clear what you were trying to say is coming out. And in fact, it is hammering on my head. Okay, so that was very good. It's not everyone who has that kind of a tone of voice. So you can be happy that God has gifted you with that. And for one more thing, which I felt that you can improve upon is personally is the speech structure, because this was about speech with a purpose. So my suggestion to you is moving forward when you make the speeches, try to work it out into 1 or 2 anecdotes only. You just keep to that. And when you start your speech, you must already tell what you want to say. And then when you go into the body of the speech, by the time the green card comes, which is like the 4th or 5th minute, for normal speeches, it is 5. So at the 5th minute, by the time the green card comes, you should be in your body of the speech. And then you must be towards the ending of your body of the speech. And then at the yellow card, you must start to wrap up because you left too many strings there. So by the time the yellow card comes, you should start tying up the strings. So when the red card comes, you must be in your finishing already, because the fight is between you and the timer ringing the bell at the 6.30 seconds, right? So by the time the red card comes, you must wrap up. You must already finish what you want to say and you leave with a punch. So I am telling you now that you will be one of our champion speakers in the future. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you. Hey, sorry.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivasan, for evaluating Nishika's speech. Now we have the next evaluator, which is Toastmaster Angeline Grover, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Safina's speech. Let me introduce Toastmaster Anjali. It's a frequent visitor at our to see her once a week for our club, even though she's online. Toastmaster Anjali, which country are you from? From Hong Kong?
Can I start? Can you hear me well? Sorry, I can't hear you. Are you asking me something? Shall I start? Yeah, a little bit, yes.
Testing, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, a little bit, yes.
Yeah, Anjali, I was asking you, which part of the world do you come from?
Okay, I would like to say I come from Singapore because I've stayed here more than half my life, but and my eyes have started to look like Chinese eyes, but I'm originally from India.
Oh, I see. All right. I thought you were from Hong Kong.
Yeah,
Okay.
you see?
Hong Kong, you know?
Yeah, true.
All right. Without much ado, I would like to welcome our next evaluator, Toastmaster Anjali, to evaluate Toastmaster Safina's speech. Over to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody, and a special warm good afternoon to Zafrina. Congratulations for a very well delivered speech. What I'm going to do is to evaluate you on 5 points, and for each point, I will say one positive and one area of improvement. It's a slightly different structure. So let's go. The first thing is, I love the way you started your speech and the way you ended your speech. You asked the question, can you all smile, please? And then you ended your speech with the same question, can you all smile, please, again? What it did was, first, in the beginning, what it did was to warm up the audience towards you, because, you know, when you ask somebody to smile, obviously the person feels, you know, more friendly towards you. And then in the end, it helped the audience again to like you because they left the speech with a smile. So that was a very good thing. But the area to improve in this space is that I wish you had smiled too when you were asking everybody to smile. So you also become part of the whole experience, right? Okay, now moving to number 2. I like the way you introduced emotion in your speech when you started saying, to tell you the truth, I really hate dentists. And I'm so scared. The drilling sound is so scary and I feel I could run away. You did that very well. The area to improve is you can bring the emotions earlier on in your speech, and you can bring in a lot more emotion in your speech. So for example, the reason why you're giving this speech on dental hygiene could also be because of a very sort of personal and an emotional reason that, I was close to somebody and that person had bad breath and I wanted to stay away and, something. So you could bring about emotions and stories very early on in the speech, and that would make the audience feel like immediately hooked on and wanting to listen to you more, right? All right. Number 3 was the structure. I like the way you had structured your speech in a very simple manner, what you're going to talk about, why and how. But what you could improve in that space is the why could have been dealt with in a little bit more detail. Like, you did not explain to us that why we should be talking about dental health. It did come in a little bit of bits and pieces later on, but it wasn't very clear. The last but not least is facts. You gave a lot of facts, but again, the juice was missing. The stories and the personal connection was missing. So overall, I would say you did a fantastic job. Lots of positive things. But before I end, there is one thing that I would like to say. You know what? You could loosen up a little bit. There was no need to be standing up straight in just one place. Have fun. It's okay, if you're feeling nervous or something, but to tell yourself, it's just a speech at the end of the day, and I can have fun and loosen up. I can guarantee you do better, and audience will connect better with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster and Jelly, for providing a comprehensive evaluation for Toastmaster's Venus speech. Now we have the last evaluator, which is Toastmaster Barry, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Srinivasan's speech. Now, Barry is a very handsome guy. But very happy that he has chosen to help us as one of the evaluators. And I can see he focuses a lot on his grooming. So I will not say too much about him, but let's all put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Barry. Over to you.
Knock. Are you all renewing your membership? What if at midnight someone knock on your door and ask you these questions? There'll be Srinivasan. So good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, club president. Notice that how Srinivasan has used his authentic personal story. And this story is not a humorous story, but he sprinkle the humor into his speech and make us laugh. For example, he mentioned how Along like chasing money from him, and also when it comes to renewal time, he's borrowing money for other Toastmaster member so that they can pay their membership fee. And number 2, notice that how Srinivasan used the power of 3. For example, he mentioned begging, bullying, and borrowing to elevate his speech and make a greater impact for others. And definitely, Srinivasan has fulfilled his purpose of the project, which is to identify his communication style. And he has shared with us 3 things. Number 1, the use of number, sharing stories, as well as finally how he has used his direct communication style to impact and change life. So there are 3 things for you to consider to elevate your speech further, Srinivasan. Number 1, that notice that you have used a lot of body language in your speech. And there's some point of time I noticed that you are crossing your hand in front of you. And perhaps you can consider using more open gesture, palm facing towards the audience when you explain towards a more direct communication style like this. Or when you share about the story with us, so you can consider more open gesture. That's number one. Number two, you can consider using pause to elevate your speech further. For example, you were saying that my communication style is direct communication style versus my communication style is direct communication style. So notice that the later has bring a greater impact and let the message to sink into the audience. The power of pause. Number three, consider emphasizing your key takeaway to the audience, because you have shared with us how you have identified your own communication style. And maybe in your speech, you can consider asking the audience to identify their communication style. For example, you may ask them, so, hello Toastmaster, I would encourage you to explore your communication style by asking your friends and Toastmaster, are you going to renew your membership? And with that, you can actually have a key takeaway for the audience so that they can also identify their own communication style. So all in all, Srinivasan, you have did well in terms of sharing personal stories, think of humors, and use the power tree, and you fulfill your project. And to consider elevate your speech further, consider using a more open gesture and the power of pause, as well as have a strong key takeaway so that your speech will be a greater one. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Barry, for sharing with us on communication tips. And I'm sure Toastmaster Vasan will use it and improve his speech to bring him to the next level. Now we have come to the segment where we have the timer's report. So I would like the timer Toastmaster Srinivasan to share with us his timing report.
Number one, 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Number two.
Can you use the mic?
And then Vasan took 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Anjali took 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Barry was on the dot, 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
All right. So our double evaluator, Jeff, was disqualified for one, but he made it for the second. So well done. So let's vote for the best evaluator. The physical box will be going around, and the online people can please send your votes to the Zoom master, Whampoa admin with the logo. So I'll repeat, the first evaluator was disqualified, but the second one, double agent, qualified, Jeff, third. So we will vote in order of this, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first one will be Jeff. Second evaluator is Srinivasan. Third speaker, Anjali, and the fourth and final speaker evaluator is Barry. So I know there are 3 gentlemen and 1 lady, but please do not vote for the most handsome guy or the most pretty female. Let's vote for the best evaluator. Thank you. put your name. Okay. I voted in. The online vote. Okay. I'll put inside. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. There's no membership evaluation. I go first. I go first on the architect. Okay. Yeah, thank you everyone for voting. Yeah. Thank you everyone for voting. Now we will have 2 more reports before we go to the most exciting part, which is the prize award ceremony. So first off is the R counter report, which is none other than me, Toastmaster Alicia, will be doing the R counter report. Yeah, you know, I was very busy doing my Toastmaster of the day, but I was carefully listening to everybody's speeches. And I'm very proud to say that there are 2 speakers, in fact, 3 speakers who did not use any pause fillers. So I would like to congratulate these 3 speakers, which are Christine, Sumati, and Sabrina. Congratulations for not speaking any pause fillers. Now, then we have runner-ups as well. We have people like Barry. He almost got full marks, except I caught one time you just repeated the word hour. So there's a repetition. Otherwise, it would have been full marks as well. Okay. And some of our speakers had some favorite words. For instance, Jeef, your favorite word is E-R. You like to say right? So you might like to befriend this person called and try to not use the word Perhaps you were nervous, right? And you did say some words of is quite popular as well, because Toastmaster Anjali also said She said 5 times. Jeef said it 3 times. And Jeef, you also said things like, you know, which Vasan also said. both of you guys said you know a few times. I don't want to nitpick and say how many thousand times you said, okay? But I'll just say things like, this is your favorite word. So you know what to do. Sometimes people like to say, actually, you brought the wheelchair. But he did bring the wheelchair. You don't need to say actually. So our chief said it 3 times, okay? And Deep Shika, you were almost perfect. You just said a grammatical filler word, just the smile. So the is extra word. So you're pretty good as well. So I'd like to congratulate everyone. When you're nervous, pause. Don't open your mouth. That will save you. All right? Because you need time to process. And sometimes people just like to use filler words to put in so that they're nervous. So sometimes I don't even bother to count these words because I know the person is nervous. If I count, that means there will be 1001, never ending. So I give some discount to see the situation, whether it's nervousness is a big factor. Most of the time, a lot of people are nervous. Then they start to use all these filler words, right? So that will be my R counter for the day. Oh, our President Winnie didn't have any R. I just remember I didn't fill up anything. So congratulations to her too. Now I'd like to invite our general evaluator, which is our guest Toastmaster, Deborah, DTM Deborah. Are you there?
Yes.
All right. So we would like to welcome Toast DTM Deborah. Let me introduce Toast DTM Deborah. DTM Deborah is a mother. In fact, she says she's the mother, founder of several clubs in Hong Kong. Well done. And she's also recently been very active with youth leadership program, secondary schools, and university clubs. That is very good to help our next generation. So let's put our hands together and invite our general evaluator, DTN Deborah. Over to you, DTN Deborah.
Thanks, Alicia, for a very kind introduction. Actually, my DTM is very different from the normal DTM you understand. So I'm Deborah, the mother of several clubs, and also mother of a boy. Well, as a mother, I tend to be picking up things that I would like to suggest. So bear with me for that. Well, I like the meeting very much because I can see that everybody has been working as a team, taking up things that others are not able to do. So Alicia is now the TME instead of Ramesh. A very cohesive team, I can see that. A few things I would like to suggest. First of all, is it possible to move the camera a little bit closer to the stage so that we can see clearly the speaker, the facial expression, eye contact, etc. Because the camera is a bit too far away and the faces are a little bit dark from what we can see this side of the camera. And then I found that on the agenda, the sequence of the evaluator are different from the sequence of the speaking. For example, the first speaker was Siri Vasen, and the first speaker to be evaluated was Christine. And the second is the same. And then the project was different on the speaker session and the evaluation session. If you bring out the agenda and take a look, for example, Samantha was level 1 and level 2 in different places, and it was level 1 and level 2 in different places as well. And yes, I would suggest all the speaker to mute themselves after they speak because I can hear a lot of echo after that. And then, yes, the preparation was very good. I can see the agenda was sent out, there were shorts, and a group was set up to bring everybody together so we can be of the same pace, etc. I would suggest the agenda to be sent out a little bit earlier, especially we have people from different clubs. In Hong Kong, we have the table topic evaluator, so the general evaluator does not need to evaluate the table topic master as well as the speaker. But now I can see that I need to evaluate the session speakers as well as the master. So then, yes, it's the start time was 6 minutes late. And then when it was opening, you have a sharing on the theme. I think maybe you can catch up a little bit and then cut short the opening session so that you can be on time. What I mean is you start at 6 minutes late, so the sharing session can cut 6 minutes so that to catch up the time. I think maybe I can see that somebody who's managing the laptop. I think you have a laptop to pick up the faces and all that. Maybe that someone can turn the camera so that we can see the one who is sharing at the beginning. I like the president. She was very energetic and she has been helping us to concentrate on the meeting. The only challenge for her is the hand gesture, so maybe she can watch out that part a little bit more. And Toastmaster of the meeting, I cannot comment her because it's an impromptu job for Alicia. She has done a wonderful job picking up all the sounds as well as doing the TME captain perfectly. A very brave try. I don't think I can do such a perfect job if I were her. Congratulations. I like how she used the word, your favorite word, and then almost perfect, etc. She is very encouraging. As to the time control, I like the timer report, except that he right, can use the mic when he gave the report because I couldn't pick up the timing report. And then he can flash the cards over the camera instead of asking another one to use the virtual card so that you can save one person to help our VP EG. He is miserable this afternoon to give two evaluation as well as take up the table topic master. And then objective on for the prepared speech. I can see that you have the practice of asking the evaluator to read out the objectives. So maybe you can print the objective on the agenda so that everybody can follow. Because sometimes if we are online, we cannot pick up what the evaluator are sharing. So we pick up some, but not all the objectives. So maybe you can consider putting that on the agenda. And prepare speech. I follow the speaking order instead of the evaluation order because I marked my remarks according to that. Very detailed evaluation with examples, conclusion. I think it's almost like a contest speech, like evaluation contest speech. Well done. And then Sanjeev for Sumanthi. I would suggest Sumanthi to mark the phone on somewhere because the phone is trembling and it makes us difficult to watch her. And then G for Christine. Wow. Very comprehensive evaluation, vocal variety, story, expression, and frown, etc. And then you gave us very specific suggestion as to three sense, right? Okay. For deep, I like the suggestion that the structure can be improved so that it can start talking on the main subject early on. It's very encouraging until you said you walk like an absent-minded person. Maybe you can consider phrasing that in a different way. And then Anjali, right? Sorry if I pronounce your name incorrectly. I like a very comprehensive evaluation, 5 points, even though maybe a bit ambitious, but very very juicy. You talked about the emotion, the loosen up, and the connection, everything. I agree with your suggestion. As to the table topic master, I know it's an impromptu job for you. Maybe you can skip the PowerPoint because it's everybody is answering the same question. So I don't think you need the PowerPoint. Maybe you can flash the PowerPoint so that everybody knows the question, and then you can put away so that we can see the faces, especially those online speakers. Maybe you can consider a shorter bridge between the speaker, because we are facilitators instead of the people, the main speaker on the stage. So we facilitate the whole session and bridge speakers from to speaker. Maybe you can consider giving out different questions instead of one question so that everybody can have a challenge. Because the first speaker will find it very challenging, and the second speaker knows the question for quite a long time, and he or she can think of a very perfect question. So if you vote among the speakers, it's not very fair. There isn't a very fair competition, because the second to the fifth speakers have quite a long time to think of the answer. So I find that you put in a lot of time to vote on the voting session. So maybe you can consider skipping it next time so that we can catch up the time and we can have more time on listening to the speeches, and we can end the session on time. So as I said, this competition is not on a fairground. And for example, at the beginning, we started 6 minutes late, but when we finished the table topic session, it was 34 minutes late. So that's something we can consider to catch up the time. I concur with Anjali's suggestion that Toastmaster is not just about doing things right, it's also about loosen up, have fun, have fellowship with friends. So sometimes we don't need to be so nervous about whether we are doing it correctly or not. We can have more time to have fun, relax, and enjoy the session. So the rhythm can be very different. I mean, we can have a more energetic meeting, shorter session for each, shorter session for prepared speech or impromptu speech. But I enjoy the meeting very much. It's a lot of tips I can bring home, a lot of takeaways I get in this meeting, except that there are little things we can improve on, and I surely will recommend friends to join the club in your future meeting. Thanks for having me, and thank you for a lot of things for me to take back home. Thank you, Toastmaster Alicia.
Thank you, DTM, Deborah, for your kind words of feedback and encouragement. We definitely have listened to your evaluation, general evaluation, and we will definitely put in the improvements, and you'll see it much better at the next meeting. So we would like to welcome you back to our next meeting in other positions.
Sure, sure. I will
All right.
give
Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you all had enjoyed the meeting. And we have now come to the very exciting moment of our chapter meeting, which is the award presentation. Now, I will say, I think everyone put in a lot of thinking into voting because the votes are very close, very close. And the winner is only by difference of 1 vote. So let us have a drum roll to announce the winner for the best speaker. Drum roll, please. Aha. The best speaker, there's a tie for the best speaker, in fact. That's why I said it was very close voting. So we have our own Jack and Jill, 1 Jack and 1 Jill, which means we have a male best speaker. The male best speaker, I think we go ladies first, right? Ladies always go first. So the best speaker female is none other than Toastmaster Christine Xia. Christine, are you there? Okay, somebody must help take photograph. Take photograph. Can you help me to take photograph? Or you want to use your phone? Ask her to on screen, then we will present the speaker. Yeah. Virtually, no problem. We can do all this one. No issue. Christine, where are you? We will present your award. Can you flash the thing? Yep. Okay, I know. I know. All right. Okay. Because we are very anxious to see the female winner. Yeah, Christine, stay there. We were going to position to present you the ribbon. Taken. Avasan will take. Okay, good. All right. So, Mr. President, where you understand? You need to post this thing as well. Yeah. I think put it there. No, she's here. Oh, wait. Just give me a minute because there's a light there. Oh. Okay. I think okay. Yeah, you present like that. Yes, like that. Like that. Okay, Christine, smile.
Just act like you're receiving it. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, Christine, smile.
Just act like you're receiving it.
No, your hand. You want to shake your hand? Yeah. President, yes, good one. Excellent. Your hand.
Later we Photoshop you inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you, Christine. And the winner for the best speaker male is none other than our photographer, Toastmaster Vasan. Yeah, I take picture. Okay. Now, okay, thank you. Yeah. The next segment, the best table topic segment, also, we had also a Jack and Jill, very close. So now we go for the best table topic, but we introduced the Jack first. Just now we had female, right? So we introduced Jack first. So, Mr. Basan, can you come back? The best speaker for table topic male is Toastmaster Basan. Okay, thank you. And now, for the best evaluator. Yeah, correct, correct. This one is. Okay, the best evaluator is also another pair of Jack and Jill. It goes to Toastmaster, Anjali, and Barry. So, Anjali, will you appear? We will do a virtual presentation. Okay.
Okay. Give it to Anjali. Okay. Yeah. Later we will send you the ribbon.
Okay. Then we have Barry for the Jack portion. Thank you. So congratulations to our triple Jack and Jill. And now we would like to invite our highly esteemed president, Miss Winnie Fang, to give us a closing speech. Madam President.
Maybe I just hold. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can online hear me?
Yes,
Can you
we
hear me?
can hear.
Hello, hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
If online guests can hear me, can okay. Okay. Thank you everyone to spend your effort and time to our Toastmaster online meeting and to make us to have a wonderful Saturday. And also special thank you our online guests which is the pretty lady Christine and our also Shumiti, actually she left because she's sick, and our Anjali, and also Deborah from Hong Kong. Thank you so much for all of you to joining us our Toastmaster today. With all of you joining today, Toastmaster is become more amazing. And especially I will also need to thank you for my team. Every chapter meeting actually is not easy. With all the team member hard work and effort, we prepare the program sheet. So that's why actually if you can see, you found that a lot of role actually today is last minute. We replace someone. So actually my team, I'm a very lucky president to have such wonderful team member. They always have they always have a superpower, which is multitasking, and we always be able to have capability to resolve problem and we get things done. So this is a very good things we are developed ourselves in the Toastmaster. So thank you so much, our VPE Sajiri and also Alicia and also Srivasan to take up the role impromptu. So every time it's not we are training our impromptu skill. Whenever have any opportunity, we need us to impromptu to take up some of the role, we will do it and also train our problem solving skill. So, and with today meeting, I will just do a summary. Like actually today meeting, I hope all of you have some of the takeaway and enjoy today's meeting to have a wonderful Saturday, because actually we put take some effort to go down to have the physical meeting, and also the guests also online to spend almost 3 to 4 hours time. Instead of going out to enjoy the high tea with your friend, but you're spending time to online. So I hope we can really we can only learn some things while this chapter meeting. And also, I would like to thank you, our art counter, Alicia. She's taking very attention to, even though she's taking the role for the Toastmaster of the day, and she also spared the time to mark down what's the for the art counter role. And for our timer, Surya-san, he's the evaluator today, and he's also joining the table topic session, and he also take the time to doing the timer. So for us, no matter what happened, we trying to make up the role, and we will still enjoy the timing. Yeah. And also thank you so much for our VP. He's taking quite a lot of role. As you can see, he's doing 2 evaluation for today, and that's good. It's good that one is out and one can continue for the voting. So this also teach us one thing. Something is like just try, and you have if you try more, you have one more option and one more opportunity. So you have a more chance to being voted. And actually, I would like to especially thank you for the Deborah from Hong Kong DTM. Thank you so much for your constructive suggestion and opinion to make us to have to actually encourage us to doing better in our next chapter meeting. Actually, all this feedback is very important for us to know which area we are doing good, which area actually we need to improve. So I think Toastmaster is a very good platform. It's not only for us to practice the public speaking, and also the leadership, and also problem solving skill capability. So I hope every one of you is actually enjoying the Saturday, wonderful Saturday and hot Saturday here. But with the aircon here, we feel that it's like quite family and warm. So and thank you so much also, Alicia. His father or her father every time is supporting us for the high tea. So today the cake is very nice. Thank you so much. I hope next time one of our members like Safira, if you're good in cooking, or we can try to bring some high tea here to enjoy. Yeah, and actually I found that today we also found that our new member Deep Shika, she actually doing a very wonderful job. So like what the evaluators say, you will be the next superstar in Toastmaster, in Whampoa Toastmaster. So I hope we have more members we can see, and also to feel their improvement in our platform. So I will always welcome all the guests and members to join our meeting every month, second Saturday. So our next chapter meeting will be next month, June, 10th of June. Yes. So we will see you next chapter meeting. Thank you everyone for the attendance, and have a good Saturday. Thank you everyone. So online guests, bye. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Online guests, don't leave yet because we want to take a group photo. So, okay, never mind. Still there, right? Okay, Deborah will have the big show then. Deborah, don't mind to stay there just for a few minutes. We're gonna take photo with you all.
Sure.
It's from the projector, then we take a photo. So Deborah can have a more.
My wife is waiting.
Yeah, by the way, I mentioned about anniversary, right? So I thought hosting at my house.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, you saw lunch. I think dinner cannot, because we go and fly off the next
When?
day at 2 a.m.
No, when?
3rd June.
3rd June.
Yeah, Saturday.
First Saturday of the
Yeah, first Saturday. So we can have 2 meetings also. We all do. Mini one.
one meeting is
Meeting,
one
right?
meeting is
Do it
still-
at my house.
yeah,
Right?
doing that.
Okay, okay.
No, two
Yeah.
meetings is too much. Because yes.
See, Deborah has the whole stage to herself.
See, that is, Deborah, that is one of the benefits of staying back.
So moral of story is
So
not
you
moving so
have-
fast. Yeah. Okay, good.
Otherwise, there will be like.
This one,
There's no
Yes. Yeah, you have the whole screen. We will accompany you. Yeah, this one can put here.
Okay, bye bye.